Health Watch is a service provided by Marcum and Wallace Hospital. Tune in for tips on how to be healthier and live a healthier lifestyle. Catch Health Watch every month right here on WBON TV.
Each month here on WBON TV, we have a segment known as Health Watch, courtesy of our friends at Mercy Health and Marcum and Wallace Hospital. This month, I had the pleasure to sit down with Trena Stocker, the new president of Mercy Health, Marcum and Wallace Hospital, and we spoke about her future plans for the hospital, her past history, and a phone call she's already received about how well the hospital is doing under her watch.
Visit the walk-in clinic at Irvine Primary Care on Friday evenings and weekends with no appointment necessary. A service of Mercy Health, Marcum and Wallace Hospital. For those times when it's not serious enough to go to the ER, but you feel too sick to wait until Monday, visit Irvine Primary Care. First off, congratulations, Trena. I know you aren't new to Marcum and Wallace Hospital. You've been the chief nurse executive for the past 5 years here at the hospital, but for anyone in the community who may not have met you, kind of give us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a registered nurse by background, and we've been here in Kentucky since about 2005. My husband was born and raised in Madison County and retired from the military. He now works at the depot, so when he retired from the military, we decided to move back here to his home, and we live in the Waco area.
Give us an idea about your professional background.
I have been a nurse for a little over 20 years. When I was in the Navy, I was actually in the Navy myself, I was a hospital corpsman and a medic. So I took care of patients at that time, and then I went to undergraduate school in Alabama, near Anniston, Alabama, where we were stationed at the time. And then I have my master's in nursing, business administration, and healthcare administration from the University of Phoenix.
Wow. During your tenure as chief nurse executive at Marcum and Wallace Hospital, the hospital received chest pain accreditation, recertified as a level 4 trauma center. What do you hope to accomplish next?
Our next big accreditation will be stroke accreditation. We're working towards that in probably the next 5 to 6 months. And then after stroke accreditation, really growing our post-acute services, our swing bed, which we just rebranded as Almost Home, and looking at that product and making sure that everybody here knows what that is and how that can work with them. And then always looking at patient experience, because we want to make sure that patients know that they have a good quality product here at Marcum and can come get care and services here at home.
You were just talking about some good calls you received already from some of your patients.
Yes.
Talk about that.
So we had a patient that was with us for 4 weeks, and he actually called me just recently. He wasn't connecting the dots that he had met me as Trena, the chief nurse executive. So he had called to talk to Trena, the president, and was telling me about he had spent almost 6 months in hospitals. We were the last 4 weeks, just discharged home last week, and when we discharged him home, he couldn't rave enough about, he said we were the cleanest hospital he'd ever been in, and he loved our biscuits and gravy and pinto beans.
Who doesn't like biscuits and gravy?
There you go.
What are you most proud of this hospital?
I really think the employees. One of the things that we're real fond of saying here is we're family and friends taking care of family and friends. And you can't go down on the floor, you can't go to the ER or even one of our clinics and not see somebody that you know. In a bigger, larger hospital and community, you know, you could go months or days without even seeing somebody that you know. I go now anywhere out in town, and I'm guaranteed to see somebody that's been impacted by the hospital and is going to tell me a good story. Sometimes they're not so good, and that's where the patient experience and the quality comes in so we can fix. But they're always going to have some memory of the hospital.
Health Watch is a service provided by Marcum and Wallace Hospital. Tune in for tips on how to be healthier and live a healthier lifestyle. Catch Health Watch every month right here on WBON TV.